let's get our notes out because we have to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac today. Happy 2025. Happy New Year! It's a new year! And in this new year, I want to thank you. You guys have got me to 262 subscribers. Hey y'all! Welcome to your favorite Curly Space Cadets channel. That's me, in case you were wondering. And in today's video, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. But this year, I've got a couple of things lined up for you guys that I want you guys to come along on this journey with me. Do the journey with me if you feel like it. I'm going to announce what it is soon, but I can't wait to talk about it with y'all. But right now, let's talk about Potomac, or Potomac as I've been hearing people call it. We start the episode with Mia panicking about where her children are. And who believed it? Show of hands in the comments. Did anybody believe this act that we saw? Because I, myself, will say I felt bad for the girl. But you can't convince me that you didn't know that y'all had a plan to take them to whoever's house. And what my ears heard is, instead of someone else taking the children to where they were supposed to be going, Gordon is the one who took the children to where they were supposed to go. And she keeps talking about how he's so unsafe, he's this and that, and he's so unsafe, but he's so unsafe that you're back in his unsafe arms now? Y'all make it make sense to us. Jacqueline keeps trying to make it make sense to us and being Mia's soldier on the show, but honestly, girl, pack it up. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Honey. But, that whole scene wraps up and we find out the kids are where they're supposed to be, right? But Mia's morning started off in a panic. That was what that scene was. We get a cut to Kay and Stacey. Nothing happened. They were just talking, chit-chatting about how they're not roommates anymore. And then the girls are now on the van and we're heading into the city of Panama to go shopping. Ooh. On the bus, we talk about Kay's relationship with Greg, Kiarna's relationship with Greg, and listening to Kiarna describe her relationship with Greg, I think she's way too young for his strict rules. I think she wants to have fun and he wants a wife and a mother and someone who's ready to settle down. And she just doesn't sound like that's who she is right now. She's learning to be that, right? But those all sound like things we tell ourselves when we want our relationship to work. Moving on, Karen gave Ray a list and I really did not need to hear any of this conversation. Any of it. At all. I didn't need to hear. God! I really wish I didn't take notes on it, because if I didn't take notes on it, I wouldn't have remembered to talk about it. But if I would not have remembered to talk about it, I would not be able to give my honest reaction to you guys about this scene that Karen divulged the information that Ray is traveling to the village these days. And I just didn't need to know that at all. Just did not need to know. Gizelle keeps talking about, she said, we're invested, so can you keep us updated? And Gizelle, nobody is invested. Okay, stop. And then we hear Jacqueline sharing Mia's business on the bus to Ashley, because, they're trying to start this plot line, get it started. So we're out hat shopping and shopping at all these little places in the city. And, when Jacqueline is telling Ashley the information on the bus about Mia and how Mia is so distraught, Ashley's just like, if Mia doesn't know where her kids were, why is she here? If it were me, I wouldn't be here. I would be where my kids are, right? Right? I don't know. Sounds like Ashley is about to have a problem with Mia. And she is, right? She is. And I agree with Ashley. It sounds Too good to be true. Um, as with shopping, Gizelle and Karen want to get Wendy a gift, which is a total turn of events from what we've seen before from these girls, right? And we get Mia. We cut back to the scene with Mia. It's Mia, Kiarna, Ashley, and Stacey shopping in one shop, and Gizelle, Karen, Wendy. Yeah, I think it's just Gizelle, Karen, and Wendy in the other shop. Kiarna? No, it's in the other one. JC is there. Is she there? No, she's not. No, she's not. Jacqueline is there. Jacqueline. Jacqueline is there. Okay, so in the scene where Mia and Kiarna and Ashley are all together, Mia is telling the girls the story about what happened with the kids in the morning and how G dropped the kids off and she didn't know, but now they're at their grandma's house, and Ashley is suspicious because if it were Ashley and she didn't know where her kids were, she would have left. And Ashley doesn't like how Mia came for Giselle's kids, and she's confronting Mia at this time about it, and Jacqueline is like, I mean, not Jacqueline, but the girls, Stacey stands up for like Mia. She's just like, oh, but you can tell she's having a hard time. Maybe we shouldn't go so hard on her. And Ashley's just like, but that doesn't forgive you for what you did. And if you can't take accountability for going hard on that, I don't think I can hold space for understanding what you're going through right now. And so they are at an impasse, and Ashley walks away and goes back to the other group. And Stacey and Kiarna are kind of consoling Mia. But Kiarna's not really consoling Mia. Kiarna keeps saying, this is just who Mia is. Which sounds to me, this is Mia. Mia's a messy bitch. We gonna get this mess from her every single time. And it's repetitive. But I can see the plot right here when we are doing all of this, because Gizelle said, oh, Mia's got to go. She talked about my kids. Mia's out, okay? Mia is out. Now we're going to some rum tasting. The girls give Wendy, Kiarna, and Stacey, and the other girls that were there give Wendy the gift. It's an ashtray and it looks like a banana. But Wendy thinks it's a dildo. Okay, Wendy. And then we're sitting here doing the rum tasting, and you hear someone ask Karen, hey, Karen, are you drinking today? And you hear Jacqueline say, why not? You're not driving. And Karen says, shut up, bitch. Oh, you're a bitch. She called her a bitch, yo. Just flat out. Oh, I skipped a whole empty page of notes I could have taken. Anyways, Karen said she's not drinking. She's like not drinking. She's just not drinking with these bitches. Who said she was sober? Ashley steps outside to go call her kids because she is so upset with this Mia plotline. She need to go talk to her babies. ASAP. And then we get into the imitation game. So let's talk about who imitates who real quick. Kay imitates Stacey when she apologizes, and Mia with the bottle. Well, can I say something? What is that? Stacey does Ashley and her TikTok dancing. Karen does Gizelle. And Ashley does her okay, so that we got that out of the way. But so we're talking about the guys that we're talking about, and Gizelle had a guy leave her one time on a date. And so we're talking about Quick coming and how we somehow get into the conversation of ink being shared. Is ink the guy that was shared between Mia and Jacqueline? And Jacqueline's quick to say, no, it wasn't ink. And then Mia's like, And then everybody's like, Mia already told us it was him. And so we're just like, okay, so if she already told us it was him, what's the issue? And now we get a new story where it's a maybe and or if thing, because there was some foreplay in the shower beforehand with all four of them, and then they did not intermingle. The story is always changing with Mia and apparently her friend Jacqueline. But now Mia's saying Jacqueline didn't do it with ink. It was his best friend, and they were all in the shower together. Okay, another story. And then Jacqueline goes into the whole, you guys are shaming me. I was finding myself. Yeah. And Ashley's like, okay, no one's shaming you. And everybody's like, okay, thank you for oversharing. Have a great night. All right. Moving on. We're about to outfit change. And they have to outfit change in this little tiny restaurant. 2 little tiny stalls, right? Not glamorous at all, you would think. But actually, have you ever lived the life of a model? Have you ever been out on a go-see? Have you ever had to change in the middle of the street? That shit you see on TV is real. Not saying I've ever had to do something that extreme. But all the girls change, and we're in the Sprinter van heading to dinner, right? And we got Mia in the back, right? Mia in the back on the phone. And Mia's in the back on the phone with Ink talking about how she should make a pit stop for a booty call. And everybody is just like, weren't we just concerned about where your children were just this morning? And now you, instead of going home to go check on your children, are you gonna go get some booty first? And her resolution is, well, one of my children lives in Atlanta, so I could check on that child first and then get some booty and then go check on my other children. Was that the child you were worried about? And then she want to get all in her feelings when the girls tell her that you were not concerned about your children first. You're not putting their well-being first. You're putting yourself before their needs. And then you show us an example of it. Roll the clip, Bravo.
I think when I land on Saturday, I'm just going to get back on another flight. I'm gonna come bring you the Panama City.
We start at this restaurant sharing a shot, and Stacey asks about the court case to Kiarna, and so Kiarna's like, hell yeah, I'm suing that girl. Are you kidding me? I got a wound. I'm suing her. The state picked it up before I even picked it up, so there's a criminal charge and a civil charge. And then Gizelle jumps in and says, well, she doesn't have any money. And Kiarna says, I don't care if she don't have no money. She better find it under her doorstep, her dog, look, in the neighbor's mailbox. I don't care where she get it from. She just better give me my money. Bitch, better have my money. Pay me. I don't care where it comes from. Save me. Excuses, you did what you done. Yeah, pay her what she owe her. We get into how was shopping because Kay said Ashley walked out. And we get into Mia's rough morning. And again, roll the clip, Bravo. Because none of this matters because she going to get some booty anyway when she leave. So she gets into telling the group about the story. And now she's making it so big and grandiose. Oh, it took everything in me not to run to the airport. Now we care so much. In the van just 5 minutes ago, everything was fine because I need to go get some, my puss is hot. So Wendy stops her, after not stops her, but Wendy gives her some real good advice because she is just not getting it. Wendy gives real advice about having her children around Gordon, and if you don't feel safe, then you need to make a clean-cut decision. You keep telling us how you don't feel safe around Gordon, and then he keeps having access to the children, and we get into the conversation, don't you have full custody? If you have full custody, then you need to make that decision. That decision's on you. And then after that, we turn to the conversation because Gizelle's like, while yes, you're going through all of this, you still need to be held accountable because I can't really feel sorry for you when I learned that you doubled down on what you said about my kids. And Mia's like, well, I apologize to you off camera. And Gizelle's thing is, well, you apologize to me off camera. Why you couldn't do it on camera to my face? And she's tired. Mia says she's tired of being under a microscope. And Mia thinks she's being authentic. This is authentic. And for y'all not to scrutinize her, why can y'all scrutinize her bad? This is her and her authenticity. Like, you guys keep telling her she's such a bad person. And Ashley starts by what sounds like sticking up for Mia by saying Mia's living an unconventional life. But then she sticks the knife in there and says, but this is not in the best interest of them kids. And this does not excuse you from taking accountability for the shit that you keep doing in this group, because you keep doing things and we keep letting you slide because you got all these terrible things happening to you. But Mia, you need to stop and think and look and stop. And so now everybody's kind of like piling on to her now and telling her she needs to take accountability for the shit storms that she started. Yeah, you have some things going on in your life, but stop and just stop. And now Mia's on the defense saying that all the girls are miserable. And the girls start laughing in her face. Wendy calls her 613. What'd she say? Yeah. Wendy calls her. It says, Wendy says, them 613 girls, I tell you. And Stacey goes, what's a 613 girl? And they were like, it's the color of her hair, the blonde. And Stacey was like, oh, I thought that was an area code. Y'all think Stacey don't know how to read. Stacey know how to read. She be playing coy. I like her. I like it. And she goes in the confessional to throw shade even harder and says, you know, the only people who really should be rocking that 613 blonde is Karen. We're wrapping this episode up basically right here. And Karen is basically the final wrap up base, telling Mia it's going to take some time to repair these relationships with the girls. Like, because you have to take accountability. And my thoughts on it is Mia ain't going to do shit because she trying to get a check. So she going to do whatever she think going to make her some more money. So nothing she says, it has validity flowing out of her mouth. And all these girls, I guess thinking that they made a real relationship with Mia these couple of last years on this show, are really finding out that she's full of so I don't know what to say, but other than this show is turning into some love and hip hop type shit with Mia and Jacqueline and Ink and the whole, it's so reminiscent of that kind of stuff. Like, it's bad borderline parallel in the Ray J and Princess Love, or the Gael and Alan and her situation with her sister. Like, it's starting to get there. It's starting to get there, y'all. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments, okay? It's your favorite Curly Space Cadet, and those are my thoughts, and she's out.